Hi everyone, Brittany Beach here. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I would set up my classroom if I was to get a remodel at my school and what types of materials I would have in my room. So first off, I want to start right here with the class meeting rug. This is a key point of my classroom, I feel, because this is where we will spend a majority of the time as a class, reading, discussing, and learning here. So right here would be the smart board, and I would have the kids sit on this rug right here. And with the kids sitting there, it gives them a direct opportunity to see the smart board as well as be able to get up and engage in any of the activities that we have on the smart board. Some of these activities can include our daily agenda, even though it is right here. This also serves as our daily calendar, our math group activities, reading. A lot of the activities will take place on the smartboard, as I have done in the kindergarten room um, this past school year. So with the smartboard, we are able to pull up calendar, and the kids are actually able to grab the date and move it to the correct spot. So it's the same thing as having an a calendar on the wall. A lot of teachers I know have used magnets with the um, paper paper calendars, and they would have the kids move each of the dates manually. So now it can be tracked onto the smartboard, and they can slide it and move it any which way they choose on the smartboard. Another activity that I've done on the smartboard before is it's a math addition game, subtraction game. So it's called Monster Mash, and they are able to build a monster if they get the problem correct. So if they say 2 plus 2 equals 4, then they get to pick, their hat or their shirt for their monster. If they get it wrong, then they don't get to put the shirt on or their hat, but they get to go on the next try and they get another try. So there's many activities that we're able to do with the smartboard that are interactive, and the rug allows the kids to be able to just get right up there and not have to maneuver through any of the tables or anything like that. So that is a good section right there of my classroom. Our word wall right here would be with our sight words that we're learning or have learned. So if there's new ones that have been introduced, then we're going to make sure that we add them up there as well as the previous ones that we have learned already. If we move over here, we're going to have our computers. So these computers serve for R tests, which are accelerated reading. So anytime that a child finishes a book, they are required to take a test on them. And the tests show how much they have comprehended from the book, how much they understood. So they also have STAR tests, which are partly for the state and also for our school to see how the children are progressing or if they are not progressing that well. It's also can be used for free time when we have at the end of the day choice time. They are more than welcome to play games, but they have to be educational games. So they can go to pbs.org, they can go to what is called Cool Math, and there's a few other ones that we do around, certain holidays. Like they can go and they can play on Dr. Seuss. They can play making snowflakes. So there's many different websites that we have throughout the year that they are allowed to go on, but they are all education based. It also can be used as a listening area, so if they need to listen to a book instead of read it, then they can go over here and put their headphones on that they're required to have, and they can sit there and listen to the book. This is the bookshelf right here, just to store some essentials, such as, the remote for the smart board or a book that I may be reading to them, extra pencils, paper, things such as that. I would have my desk right over here because this is going to serve as a spot where I can sit and thoroughly see the entire classroom. I never want to have my back to the classroom because you need to always be looking at your children and what they're doing and keeping a close eye on them. And this also gives me a clear, direct vision to the door, so I can always see who's coming in and who's going out of my classroom. This is a big issue for me, that I have to know who is in my room and who is leaving, because this is a essential part of teaching. You really need to make sure you're watching your class and just know what's going on. This guided help table right here really serves for all subject areas. I did have it as reading help, or guided reading, but I think that it really serves for anything. So, if a child's struggling with math or some sight words, just pull them to the side and say, let's go over here and let's go to this table. Let's go over a few and just kind of work from there. So I feel like this is a really versatile table to sit here. These mailboxes right here serve as the students' mailboxes. So important notes, we have a thing called Thursday folders at our school that we do, and we send home important information every Thursday. The kids also get to send home their work every Thursday. So anything that we've made during the day, their writing sentences, anything like that, it all goes in their mailbox throughout the week, and they take it home in their Thursday folders on Thursday. And the office also sends down important information that will also get added into there. This area right here is going to be our reading center and our library. So we have library books right around here for our class library. And this is kind of a flexible seating right here and here, so that, the children can just kind of chill out. And if, we have quiet reading time, or we have a few minutes before lunch and we're just going to sit here and, we're going to get some reading in. So this is this area that they can come over here, relax, chill out, and really get into their reading and focus in a quiet area. This right here is a writing/quiet area. So if I have the children working on, a journal for the day, or if we're making Mother's Day cards, or anything that has to do with writing, the children are more than welcome to come over here, as well as sit at their student tables right here. This area also serves as an area for when some of the kids are not having a good day, let's say, and they're just kind of really rambunctious, or they're kind of on edge all day. They can come and sit over here, and it's a little quieter. They're away from people, so they kind of have the time to recollect their thoughts and sit there and just focus on whatever they're working on without anybody else coming to distract them. So that's a good area to have, because sometimes I think we all do need a break, and we work better maybe alone or in a quieter area. So this is a good area to have. Here's the classroom door to come into our classroom. This right here would be a birthday chart. So these are bulletin boards right here. So I would have a birthday chart here because I've always loved to know all my kids' birthdays, and we want to make sure that we celebrate or recognize them anytime that their birthday comes up. So this would have all of our birthdays on there, including mine. And right here is also our class seating and our job chart. So right here is where the kids would be seated, and on this board right here, I would have them create their own little name tags, and they would come up here on the wall. So we would say, Johnny, Susie, and Matt sit at the red table. So it'd have a red table and then their name. And the same for purple and green. It's just a way so that if they ever forget, especially the first few days of school, they can check up here and, see who sits where. And this will also change throughout the year, where they are able to, move around. And as the year goes on, some kids will get chatty, some will just need to be moved. So it's an ever-changing table situation. The job charts also include, hallway leader, bathroom leader, light person, paper passer, jobs such as that. So those change week to week as well. Right over here is our choice time area. So this is an area at the end of the day, usually when the children are allowed about 15 minutes to just, have fun and play with any of the toys that are over here. These are little shelves that have things such as Unifix cubes, blocks, cars, dinosaurs, Barbies, anything like that is over here. And this is just a rug, so they can chill out here. And, after a long day for school, just to kind of give them a break. And I based my room off of the kindergarten room that I have previously been in, and this seemed to work as a great setup for me and for my kids. So this area right here is their cubbies. So, they put their backpacks, their coats, anything that they bring to school that day right in here. And in the front, so the cubbies are kind of in a square, but it kind of sits off to the back of the room. So over to the side, somewhat over here, we always have a lunch bin. So if the kids that bring their sack lunch, then they're able to put that in there. And when it is lunchtime, they help take them down, take the big bin down with all the lunches for the class, and they're responsible to bring it back as well. This subject storage area is pretty much for me only to, grab math, materials, or if we're doing science that day, writing, anything like that. It's all in this little area for me. And there's also some storage along this way. It's in the cabinets. There's cabinets lined over here, so there's stuff under there. But most of the stuff that I use on a daily basis is going to be in this subject storage area, and that just seems to work for me. And so this is going to be my whole entire room. I feel that it is very dynamic. We can move around freely. They all have a certain place to go during the day if they need it. I mean, there's a lot to do during the day for kindergarten. We switch every 20 minutes, so every little section has a spot. And there was also more posters on the wall of ABCs or vowels, animals, everything like that. Those are all included on the walls, but this is going to be the main layout of how my classroom would be, and the areas that help the kids on a daily basis. So this is how my classroom would work, or would look, and how it would work throughout the day. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and thank you so much.